Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear listeners and viewers. On the request of my viewers who are preparing for Cambridge examination, many requests and many messages are coming regarding the vocabulary which you people are interested in using. And as I am telling you in my videos that you must not memorize the vocabulary one night before the exam. At least you should give it practice and rehearsal of 30 days. Then you will never confuse their meanings and never ever you will misspell them. So I am in front of you with the topic of alliterated synonyms. Now synonyms, you already know what are synonyms. Synonyms means words having the same meaning. Now, the variety, in order to give variety to your answer, I always recommend that the students should use alliterated synonyms. What does alliterated means? The words which will be starting with the same letter. Not only it will make your answer unique, but it will also enhance the meaning of what you are trying to say. For example, if you want to tell the audience that a character was very happy, so if you use alliterated synonyms in order to describe his happiness, obviously it will create more effect. And then some students memorize boring words, and sometimes they memorize some very difficult words that to create more spelling mistakes. So in order to be on the safe side, I have shared some alliterated synonyms with you. You can take their screenshot. You should memorize them, especially their spellings, and their meaning should be absolutely clear to you. So the first word which is very commonly used by majority of the student is happy. And the two list of synonyms are jovial and joyous. As you know, both of them are starting with J, and the next two synonyms are excited and ecstatic. The second word is sad. The synonyms are starting with D: dull, dismal, dreary. Not necessarily that you remember all the three, but at least two you can memorize. The next two synonyms are starting with G: gloomy or glum. And the next two synonyms of sad are starting with M: mournful and melancholic. So you see that you can memorize any one of these three lists, or the one that you find most easy to remember. You should be focusing on that, because the target should be accuracy, because the examiner does not want to have spelling mistakes in your paper. This will be affecting your grade badly. The third word for which I have shared some synonyms with you is angry. And the synonyms are annoyed, agitated. Now you see, when there is alliteration in the answer, it will be easy for you to memorize, because one letter will remind you of the other word also. And the second list of synonyms are enraged and irritated. Although they are starting with E and I, but I only found these two interesting and useful, so I have shared them with you. The next word is sorry. When you say I felt sorry for you, I'm really sorry, so then what you should say: remorseful or regretful. And the third one also you can add, which is repenting. The next word is good. You see, some less educated people all the time they say this is very good, the weather is good, the people are good, the mood is good. Now you see, there are so many synonyms of good. Everything cannot be good. So according to the context, you have to decide the appropriate synonym. And the first synonym is satisfactory and splendid. Plus, although I have just shared two, but there are innumerable synonyms of good. You can say commendable, you can say praiseworthy, you can say excellent, but the list goes on and on. But I have tried to share some focused answers in order to give you focused variety of vocabulary. And the next word is bad, and the synonyms are awful and atrocious. And the next two synonyms are starting with G, which means gruesome and gross. Both of them mean bad. The one that you find easy, please memorize that. I'm repeatedly saying, because I don't want your number of mistakes to be increasing. Rather, they should be decreasing as you approach the Cambridge examination of CAIs. The next word is chaos. The first two words are mayhem and mad, and the next two words are frenzy and frantic. Both of them mean the same. The next word is sad. which means exclaimed or stated. Now they are not alliterated, but I think this was an important word. That is why I have shared its synonyms. And the next word is poor, downtrodden, and poverty stricken. Poverty stricken and poor can be the two alliterated synonyms because both of them are starting with P. Very nice. Perfect. Amazing. They are again not alliterated, but they are correct synonyms. So this was all with regard to the alliterated synonym. Just 10 words I have shared with you as a sample, as an example. And you can work upon more synonyms in the same way, and this will be really beneficial, especially for those students who are planning to attempt descriptive essay in their exams. You should have variety of alliterated synonyms and their combinations, but it is not important that you go for descriptive essay just to impress the examiner. The important thing is that whatever type of essay you attempt in the exam, you should be well versed in that, and you should be able to achieve best score, because at the end of the day you will not be telling the audience that I attempted descriptive essay and I, god forbid, achieved B grade. The end of the day you should be saying that I got an A or an A star even if you attempted narrative. So don't consider narrative to be bad, but if you are very good in English, your vocabulary is good, then go for descriptive but with excellent preparation. Thank you very much, my dear audience. Allah Hafiz.